Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again. REALKENZ TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Having a pretty good day today. And this morning, I'm on YouTube, as I so often am. And I ran across something, and it just it put some things into immediate perspective. And I got to thinking about all the things in life, all the things that I've been through, all the dangerous situations that I self-inflicted upon myself. Now, before I get into this afternoon's story, understand that I'm the self-proclaimed Mr. 30 minutes or better, meaning that any video, any story that I bring you is guaranteed to be 30 minutes or better. So if you're on your way to work, let's say you at work, your boss is getting on your nerves, your coworkers is talking too much, you're on your way home from work, you need to laugh, you need to cry. Perhaps you're trying to lay down and take a nap, or you're trying to go to sleep at night, depending on whatever time you view or listen to this video. And then again, you just may be in the mood to hear a good old-fashioned penitentiary / real-life experience story. All my stories are not solely about the penitentiary. Now, with all that being said, there's definitely a message. The story that I was telling you all about, that I read earlier, it's about a young man by the name of Warren Murphy. Warren Murphy, popular DJ in the New Orleans, Louisiana area. And it's very, very, very disturbing. And I'm going to ask you all this. Please, if you don't do anything else, well, definitely I want you to like, I want you to comment. But if you all don't do anything else, even if you hate my guts, you can't stand me. If you don't do anything else, please share this video. Every person that watches this video, that's what REALKENZ is asking you all to do. Share this video for me and for yourselves and for others just as well. Now, I was going to post the actual videos from the news station, but YouTube is very, funny style, funny acting. And they'll take your channel away from you for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, what have you. So I don't really know at this point exactly what I can post as far as videos. So I decided to stay away from the video. And if you all want to look this story up, the dude, as I mentioned, his name is Warren Murphy. He's out of Louisiana, popular DJ. And this individual was going around knowingly inflicting young women with HIV. He's HIV positive. Now, this is not alleged. He admitted it. He's on a recorded phone conversation. He was in a 2-year committed, and I'm going to say, quote unquote, committed relationship with a young lady. And there were rumors swirling around that he had HIV. Well, back in 2022, she heard these rumors, but she didn't want to believe it. She never really wanted to, I guess, come to face the realization that her man, her soon-to-be a husband, at some point was HIV positive. So instead of doing what most responsible adults would do and take action and go get tested, and she ignored it, and she continued to lay down with this individual. Come to find out, he admits to on the phone, a recorded phone conversation. Why wouldn't you tell me that you HIV positive? I was going to tell you. You was going to tell me. Why wouldn't you tell me that you're HIV positive? Baby, just calm down. I was going to tell you. I just didn't know how to tell you. But you laid down with me, unprotected. She gets tested, fearing the worst. I mean, after all, how can you not fear the worst? It's not as though you just slept with this individual 1, 2, 3 times. And even at that, I'd fear the worst. She's laid down with this dude multiple times. And just as suspected, she was positive just as well. Upon further investigation, there were several other women that had been tested that had laid down with this individual, and they too were HIV positive. This wasn't just in the Louisiana area. Women in Maryland, women in Texas. Think about it. He's a popular DJ. DJs travel. They don't just stay in one area. They're everywhere. Their region, the surrounding states, sometimes further. So there's no telling how many people that this guy has infected with HIV. I know oftentimes you meet somebody, you like that person, they like you, you all getting along, the camaraderie's there. You know, you feel good about this individual. He's clean, she's clean. Nah, she don't have anything. I can just look at her and tell. No. Couldn't be furthest from the truth. You can't look at an individual and tell what's inside their body. This is a very, very sad situation. He's yet to be charged, but I'm sure that it's only a matter of time. Like I said, he's all over the news. This is a very, very big story. It's only a matter of time. You can be charged for knowingly infecting someone with HIV. I believe it carries up to like 10 years in Louisiana. And so, I feel bad for the young ladies, man. I genuinely feel bad for these young ladies. Now, although my situation, my story doesn't, and by the grace of God, doesn't, have anything to do with HIV, I have something that happened to me that I want to share with you all. If you're rocking with me, jump in the comments. It helps my engagement with the audience. It helps me to get the videos out there. YouTube pushes your videos more when they see the likes and when they see the comments and the overall engagement. So let me know if you're rocking with me, man. And as I mentioned, please, every single person, take 30 seconds out, however long it takes, share this video. Because it's our responsibility to get this out to every single person. You have sickos out here that's literally going around just spreading HIV to people. STDs that you can't get rid of. And that's not right. It's not right whatsoever. Several years ago, I had a situation. I was in a relationship, but the relationship was, you know how like when you're in a relationship, you're still there, but you are mentally checked out. They're mentally checked out. You're just physically there. The relationship was essentially over with, but as I mentioned, I was still there. I was looking to leave soon, but I was in her house. So unless you have money and you can just, go and move just like that, it's going to take you a little bit to, get the amount of money that you need to move. Our relationship had really, it was crazy because we were still cool. We still had a great friendship. It's just like the intimacy, there was no intimacy. There was no, it was done. It was time to be done. I met this young lady. Initially, when I met her, when I approached her, she didn't really have much conversation for me. I left it at that. Probably about 3 months later, I see this same young lady I see at the grocery store. She's already in her car. I'm coming out of the store. Well, actually, she's loading her groceries up. I'm coming out of the store. I'm going to my car. She's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Didn't even recall 3 months ago that I had met her. She's like, "You don't even remember me, do you?" I was like, "Nah, you look familiar." And she, legitimately looked familiar. I'm looking at her. She looks nice. Nice smile. You sure would. And so she tells me that, I'm the girl, we met and I told you that, I was going through some things at that particular time. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I do remember, how you doing? I do remember you." "I'm doing okay. I'm okay. I'm doing better now." "That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, look, man, let me give you my number and, give me a call or text or however you prefer it later on. And, we'll just kind of take it from there." I drove off. Didn't think anything of it. Probably wasn't 20, 30 minutes later. "You miss me yet?" It's her. She done got at the Kens. So, we get to texting back and forth. Couple days. Matter of fact, it wasn't even a couple days. It was just that day. The next day, she came to see me. She came to see me at the job. I had a real flexible job at the time, so, I came outside or whatever. As a matter of fact, when I got off work, she was waiting on me. I came outside. We was at the car. We was just talking in the parking lot. Just talking. That's all we did was just talk. Talk for about an hour. She goes her way, I go mine. Next day, same scenario, same situation. She's calling me, whatever. She comes up to the job when I get off. Once again, we talking, but it went a little further. Let's get in the car. It's her saying to me, let's get in the car. I get in the car. I'm on the passenger side. She on the driver's side. She got like a little drink or whatever she had fixed, so she didn't want to drink like out in the parking lot area. So, we just drinking, kicking it, laid back, kicking the Willy Bobo. Urban Dictionary, we just relaxing, having fun. Next thing I know, she reaches over and one thing leads to the next, and she's, her hands started to make their way down south. She does what she does. And I'm a nice guy, so how can I don't want to stop that. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. So that situation led to the third night. And the third night we hooked up. And then, we ended up hooking up and we went and did what we did. And it continued to probably every single night. We was just hooking up, drinking, and doing the most. You all know what doing the most means. If you know what doing the most means, jump in the comments and let me know that you know what doing the most means. And let me know what doing the most actually means in your mind. So we're kicking it every night, man. She's cooking. She love to cook. She's bringing me food. She got the drinks. She didn't drink at cheap liquor either, man. So everything was good. She knows about my situation. She tells me that she's married. However, her dude is in jail. She's in the process of leaving him, divorcing him or whatever. They're just legally married, but they're not together at this point. She don't know when he's getting out of jail because he was fighting the case, but she doesn't anticipate him getting out anytime soon. That's cool. So again, we kicking it on a regular basis. Almost every night. And if not every night, every other night. I'm having the time of my life. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I'm having a ball. I'm talking about, man, she no limit. There was no limit to what she would do behind closed doors, man. No Limit Records. Use your imagination. You ever been with somebody is just no, they don't know the word no, it's whatever to make you happy. That's just what it was. Now, some of y'all come on, Kens, man, it's TMI. It's not TMI because I have to paint a picture. So you all need to know exactly where I'm coming from. A few months in, we still kicking it. I'm still technically with my girl. But she's growing a little bit impatient. Now, when I say she, meaning the young lady that I met at the grocery store. And so I noticed that her attitude is just really starting to shift. She's starting to have these little mood swings. We starting to argue a little bit. Not anything major, because I don't really do too much arguing. But I just noticed that her whole demeanor had just, you gonna bring me something to eat tonight, baby? What's wrong? Your girl can't bring you nothing to eat? Wow. We gonna hook up later on? What, you got time for me today? Where's this coming from? I mean, when did I not have time for you? Like, talk to me. What is the problem? The problem is I'm getting tired of laying down with you, and then I got to get up and go home and wake up by myself. I told you that I'm willing to share you with this woman. That's how much I care for you. We 3 or 4 months in. That's how much I love you at this point. You love me? Yes, I do. I love you. Now I understand, and I understood the situation when I got with you. I understand that you have this lady over here. You say that you're going to leave at some point. Whatever it may be, I understood what I was getting myself into when we first started to, mess around. But at the same time, I'm a woman and I have needs just as well. And the physicality, okay, is fine, but I need, damn, boo. Just calm down with, talk to me. Like, let's, I'm hearing you and I feel you. I genuinely understand. So I didn't go through the whole, oh man, you tripping, man. What are you talking about? You always complaining, man. You always, no. See, I'm grown, man. I'm grown. And so I'm listening to her, and you know, she's telling me these things or what have you. I need you at least 2 times a week to wake up at my house. I want to run your bath water. I want to have your dinner on the stove instead of bringing it to you. I want to have your dinner fixed. Have your dinner ready for you. I want to, make you breakfast in the morning. Wow, it's deep. It's like you're going to have 2 girlfriends. And I've been told you that. It's like you're going to have 2 girlfriends. That's your woman. I get it. But I need to be your woman just as well. And I need my time. Damn. Man, your average guy, he's going to love that. But see, with me, I'm not like the playing games. I was kind of like trying to be beyond that. Now, notice I said trying for the simple fact that I know that I was wrong. Because although I was trying to leave the relationship, I was in the process of leaving the relationship. At the end of the day, I hadn't left the relationship. So I'm as much to blame as anybody. Her feelings got involved. Listen. I mean, even if and I'm telling you this respectfully, okay? We're talking. Even when I leave that situation, even when I'm no longer, with her, I'm not looking to get back into anything serious. So I feel your pain. I feel everything that you're saying. But you have to understand that I'm just being honest with you, and I'm not trying to get right back into a relationship. This was a long relationship that I'm, going to be coming out of, and I don't want to just jump right back into the next relationship. She wasn't hearing that. She wasn't fine with that. She said, okay, that's fine. But she wasn't fine with it. We started to hook up less and less. And part of that really was on me, because I seen that her emotions, I liked her and I cared for her. But I wasn't in love with her. I wasn't, I seen that her emotions was really, really she was really getting attached. So I started to kind of back up. I would still see her from time to time, but it wasn't every night. It wasn't every other night. Oh, you don't got time for me? It ain't that. It's just, I think that we need to just kind of, not necessarily separate or go our separate ways, but just, because I don't want you to continue to, your feelings to get stronger and stronger for me, knowing that right now, this is just not what I'm looking for at this particular moment. There's nothing wrong with you. You're a great woman. You know how dudes always say, nah, baby, it's not you, it's me. Well, this was legitimately me. It was me. I just didn't want to be in a committed relationship. That's what it was. Started backing up. Then it got to the point to where we rarely talked. We didn't talk for a while. We ended up hooking up one time. We did our thing once again. Then we didn't talk for a while after that. I just don't understand how you can be with somebody, and at this point, we 7-8 months in. I don't understand how you can just be with somebody and you just have no emotions, no feelings. I think about you every day, and I didn't say I didn't think about you. I do think about you, but I just understand I'm really trying to protect your feelings, because when we initially started this thing, whatever you want to call it that we're doing, I thought that it came with an understanding of, my situation over here. I never lied to you. I never, led you in the wrong direction or anything. I told you everything up front, off top. And so as a result, you had the choice if you wanted to deal with it. I'm not trying to come off cold-hearted, cold-blooded, or anything. Like, I'm genuinely I'm concerned. Now I don't hear from her. Whole lot of attitude. Couple weeks goes past. 3 weeks goes past. Okay, cool. I ain't heard nothing from her. I want to call her sometimes, don't get me wrong. But that would be me being selfish. I'm being selfish because I know good and well what this woman wants, and I'm not there. I'm not able to give this to her, not willing to give this to her at this particular moment. But for my own selfish needs, I like a lot of the things that she did. So therefore, And it wasn't just sexual. Like, I just like spending time with her. She was cool, man. Like I said, we kicked back, we drank, we just talked, laughed. Like, we genuinely had a good time. So at that point, I'm thinking, okay, everything's all good. She calls me a couple times. I don't answer. I'm busy at the time. No, I'm not with another woman or anything. I'm just busy. It's no longer a priority for me to get back at her immediately. I never will forget. About a week before New Year's, she texted me. And she was like, well, since you don't want to return my calls, then I'm not going to be dealing with you whatsoever, whatever. I texted her back. I said, I mean, I have returned your calls. I just couldn't call right back. But, you know, what's going on? Call me up. She wouldn't call me. I don't hear anything else. My mind, she's cuckoo, man. This girl's crazy, man. About 2 days later, I get that text again. I think that you may need to go to the doctor. What? Yeah, I think that you may need to go to the doctor. Go for what? What do I need to go to the doctor for? I'm good. I'm fine. What do I need to go to the doctor for? No response. Hello? What do I need to go to the doctor for? Still no response. Hell no. Hello? Lit in? Voicemail. No response. Call back several times, 5, 6 times. She's not answering the phone. So now I'm texting. Now the roles have reversed. What do I need to go to the doctor for? A couple hours later, she hits me up. I can't believe you did this to me. Did what to you? What are you talking about? What do I need to go to the doctor for? You know what I need to go to the doctor for. What do I need to go to the doctor for? I should have known. I knew something was up. Shit, ended up having to get rushed to the hospital. And when she went to the hospital, they told her that she had a kidney infection. And so when she told me that, I was like, is that all they said? Is that all the issue was? And she took that and ran with it as though I was saying, is there anything else wrong with you? There should be something else wrong with you. And it wasn't even like that. I was just simply saying, is that all that the issue was? Just a kidney infection? I knew something was up then. I have never been so embarrassed in my life, because she worked at a hospital. She went to the hospital to get a checkup or whatever. They tell her that she has an STD. She has an STD. I cannot believe this. These are my co-workers. These are the people that I work around. And I had no clue that it was this. And I'm like, whoa. Slow down. So initially you went to the doctor and it was a kidney infection. But then later on, you started having some other issues, symptoms, or what have you. And you go back and they tell you that it's an STD. And I ain't been with nobody else. You the only dude that I've been with 8 months. I've been kicking it with you. And I ain't been with nobody else. And I know for a fact that I didn't have anything when I met you, because I go on my regular checkups every 6 months. And I can't believe that you gave me this. You told me that you wasn't sleeping with nobody else other than your girl. I knew about that. But you said you all wasn't really doing too much. So here it is. I got an STD. And I've never had an STD. And I'm so embarrassed. And I hate you. And I say, listen. I'm going to tell you like this. You can believe what you want to believe. I ain't been with nobody. The entire 8 months that I was with her, my girl and I may have laid down twice. And again, I was trifling for doing that. I was wrong. Maybe twice. Once or twice within that 8-month frame. So I'm thinking to myself, I haven't been with nobody else. Literally hadn't been with nobody else. So it was a possibility that I did give it to her. But I would have had to have gotten it from my girl, which means that she was with somebody else, because I hadn't been with anybody else. Real talk. Real talk, man. I don't know what to do. I know what I need to do. But I'm like, wow. I got an STD. I believe her when she's telling me that she hadn't been with anybody else. Damn, I done messed around and get an STI. My whole life, I ain't never had no STD, man. And I have an STD at this point. Every clinic I go to, I walk in the clinic, it's somebody I know at the counter. Or some black girls at the counter that they may not know me directly, but they know somebody that knows me and my pride, and I'm embarrassed, and I walk out. I can't go. I don't have enough nerve to go up to the counter and be like, yeah, man, I need to be tested for all STDs. I'm embarrassed. About a week straight this goes on. I'm not having sex with anybody at that point anyway, so I definitely wasn't laying down with anybody else. Every day I go to a different clinic, it's somebody at the counter. I'm like, oh my God. Finally one day, in Kentucky, they have Kroger. Kroger's the main, in Lexington anyways, the main grocery store here. They have what's called a little clinic inside of Kroger. So I peeped this little clinic, and it was like a white receptionist at the desk. She was a little older. I'm like, yeah, this is the perfect spot. I go up, I tell them, yeah, I need to be tested for STD. I'm thinking I'm going to get in that day. They tell me to come back the next day. Like, okay, I come back the next day. It's the same lady at the desk. All right, cool. She tells me, she gives me a little cup to go urinate in, go to the bathroom, come back. I bring the cup back, put it in a little brown bag. They send me to the back, and lo and behold, the woman that runs the whole clinic, I used to cut her yard for 5 summers straight. Very, very attractive young lady. So now I'm really, really embarrassed, man. But, I mean, she done already seen me now. So I'm in the room. They taking my blood pressure, doing whatever they do. I get to explaining the situation. I say, yeah, man, you know, we about the same age. Matter of fact, she might be a little younger. I said, man, the little female I was kicking it with, you know, I broke it off with her, and she couldn't, you know, she didn't like the fact that I broke it off with her. So she tells me that I need to come to the doctor and get checked. That I'm, you know, I gave her something. You know, I gave her the rundown. She was like, I hear that so often. They do the test or whatever. Actually, they don't do the test. I'm thinking they're going to tell me that same day. She's saying we got to send this off to the lab. It may be 3 to 7 days. I'm like, 3 to 7 days? What the? 3 to 7 days? It's like, yeah, we send it off to the lab. I'm thinking I'm just going to go in and, you know, get the test and then, you know, the results rather than walk back out. We'll send you the email and, you know, your results in an email, the form of an email. I'm like, all right. If you're positive, you have to come back in and you know, we'll give you some medications, or we'll give you something and you take it to your doctor and get a medication, something like that, a prescription. So I'm like, okay. Next day, I get an email. Matter of fact, it's 2 days later, I get an email. It's from the diagnostic center or the lab or whatever. I look inside. They did a full panel. Anything that you can be tested for, a full panel. Not detected, not detected, not detected, not detected, not detected. Hold up. Not detected. Here it is. This time you done gave me the 3rd degree. You done made me think that I gave you something which I really, really had a whole lot of skepticism in it anyway, because I know that I wasn't out there like that. And all along, you was the one doing the most. I don't immediately confront her with it. I wait, because I'm really upset. I'm mad, for real. End up speaking with her a few days later. I send her the results. She don't respond. I end up calling her. I think she called me back. Why did you lie for? What are you talking about? What you mean, what am I talking about? Do your eyes don't work? You seen the results? Not detect. I'm not positive for anything. I don't know what you talking about, man. Ain't no way. I ain't been with nobody. So it has to be you. How can I be positive? And hey, listen. I don't know how you were positive. I don't know what the scenario was. One thing for certain, 2 things for sure. It wasn't me. I didn't give you nothing. She insisted that I did give it to her. I go back and take the test again. I take another test. Same situation. Not detected, not detected, not detected. Now, I'm the type of individual, man, I'm a very forgiving individual, man. I'm not I wasn't trying to, rub it in her face. Oh, look at you now. I told you so. I'm not really that type of individual. Because at the end of the day, guess what? I put myself in that situation. I laid down with her. I laid down with her several times. It didn't start off unprotected, but at a certain point, it was unprotected. I did that. So when I do that, I'm willing to put it all on the line. See, when you lay down with somebody and you have relations, Sherman's having relations. When you lay down and you have relations with somebody, anything that you have going on the outside world is put on the back burner, especially when it's unprotected. In a sense, I couldn't believe she'd done it, but then my old mentality came back, and it was like, you know what? It don't even surprise me, man. What did Snoop say? We don't love him? Respectfully. That was my mentality at that particular moment. Women be doing some trifling things. Not all women. I'm not saying all women. But you have oftentimes women try to make it like dudes ain't nothing. These dudes out here, they gonna cheat. No matter what you do for them, you cook for them, you clean for them, you give them the best immaculate sex that can possibly be given. You got money, you whatever. You there for your dude and he's still gonna go out and cheat. And that holds to be true in a lot of cases. Not every case, but a lot of cases. But you got a lot of these women too that are trifling. And a woman will cry, tears will come down her eyes, and be lying the whole time. Again, I'm not speaking about all women. I'm just speaking about the trifling women. We didn't talk for a while. I wasn't even really mad at him. Like I said, I should have taken better precaution for myself. Here it is. I'm going on to another woman. She wants me to be there. So yeah, she's going to seek other people. She's going to seek attention and comfort from other people. That's cool. But you should have told me. You see what I'm saying? When I ask you, just tell me. Don't lie to me, because I've asked you several times, what are you lying for? What can I do? I got a whole relationship that I'm dealing with over here. So what can I really say if you went and got you some? Continue to lie about it. I just got to the point to where it just didn't even come up anymore. Her and I, we were still cool. We never laid down or anything like that after that. But she did some things for me during that 8-month span that, that I was with her. And so, we remained cool. We didn't talk every day or anything like that. But we was cool. I'm not even going to make this a part 2. This is for the truck drivers out there. Shout out to the truck drivers that love the longer videos. And not just the truck drivers. Anybody that's, has long shifts, or like somebody hit me up. There was an EMT and she was like, man, I do 12-hour shifts and man, your videos really help get me through. So shout out to anybody that's just at work and you just need a breath of fresh air, or just anything to take your mind off of work. Shout out to you. So I'm not even going to make you wait on a part 2. We're going to do part 2 essentially in part 1, if that makes any sense to you. Rock with me, man. Her dude ends up getting out of jail, her husband. She's thinking that he's going to be gone for some years, but they ended up dropping it, I think, down to a misdemeanor or something like that. And, he does a year in the county jail, 9 months, something like that. He comes home. He's a new man. Pause. He got a new attitude. He's no longer getting high. He's seeing, I realize, you know how we do, fellas. I understand everything that I've done, all the pain, all the hurt that I've brought. I just want to apologize. I know that words alone can't do it, but I'm ready to show you. I'm ready to be the man that you married. I'm ready to be in my kids' lives. I've hurt you. I've hurt the kids. I've hurt your family. I'm ready to be that man that you always knew that I could be, baby. Please, baby, I'm sorry. I love you. Respectfully. You know the old saying, when a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. He can apologize all you want. She's not hearing it. She's not done. She's done. I've given you so many opportunities, so many chances to change your life. I've lost so much as a result from you. My mental is not where it should be as a result from all the things that you took me through. And I just can't do it anymore. Now, he had a problem. He didn't have anywhere to stay. And so her being a nice person, because despite what transpired between us, she was a sweet person. She let him come over and stay, sleep on the couch some nights when he didn't have nowhere to go. She was doing that to help him get his mind right, get him a job, help him get back on his feet. One night, I guess she leaves her phone out. He takes the car, grabs the phone or whatever. When I say takes the car, he done stole the keys. He's out driving. She's asleep. Got to wake up in the morning, go to work. He's out joyriding. He goes through her phone. She don't got a lock on the phone. After all, why would she? I mean, she doesn't have anything to add. Now, I know sometimes I have a lock on my phone. That's because like Google and when you use your wallets on your phone and stuff like that, they make you put a lock on your phone. So, I have a lock on my phone, ladies. Simmer down. He looks through the phone. He's reading through all the conversations. He sees the conversation that she's having with me about the whole, STD situation. He ends up hitting me up. I know you've been sleeping with my wife, nigga. Excuse me? You heard me. I know you've been sleeping with my wife, nigga. I'm going to get you. It's on sight. When I see you, it's on. Your wife? Who's your wife? You know who my wife is, man. You know what I mean? That's my wife. He going through that whole gorilla speech. It's on when I see you. I'm going to beat the brakes out for you. Oh, yeah. Is that right? I'm not going to argue with him. I don't even know who I'm even talking to. I don't even know who this dude is. But he's been in touch with me a few times, letting me know it's on site. Urban Dictionary. When I see you, it's on, nigga. Put in the comments, it's on, nigga. Nah, don't put that in the comments, y'all. I'm just joking. Don't put that in the comments. I'm just joking. Just trying to make you laugh a little bit. But it's on site when I see you. She done told me what this dude's about. He's a street dude. He carries that thing with him. Here it is. I'm in another situation. Found myself in another situation that I can't necessarily say that I didn't have anything to do with. But an oxymoron in this, I didn't have anything to do with that. Dude's looking for me. I start doing my research on him. I find out that he's one of my... Twan is my partner. We ain't like best of friends, but we used to do music together. I holler at Twan, man. Dude got a problem with me, bro. She told me they wasn't even together. He's saying that they were. He was just locked up or whatever. Man, you want me to holler at my cuz? Yeah, man, because I ain't really trying to have no beef. I ain't, Twan gets back at me. Bruh, I got good news. I got bad news. No, I didn't save a lot of money on my car insurance. That's not the type of good news that it was. I got dude's number. I can holler at him. I can squash this whole thing, but I'm gonna need like 500, man, to get it done, man. I'm gonna need like 500. 500? Man, I'm not paying you no 500, man. I ain't pleading. I'm just saying as two men talk it out or whatever. I'm not paying you no 500, man. You gonna come at me like that on some 5? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So guess what? Now I'm looking for him. I called my dog up, R.I.P. Philly. Philly was the guy that had all the protection. Philly, I need you. What's happening, man? What's happening? Can we meet up? Don't talk on the phone. Never talk on the phone. I tell him the situation. Philly's ready to ride. What's happening, man? Let's go get him. Nah, bro. I'm never going to put nobody else in my situation. This is me. You got kids, no, this is my situation. I get what I need to get. So now I'm looking for you. Now, it's not like I'm riding around all, throughout the night and wee hours of the morning or whatever, but I'm on alert. I'm on alert because you done threatened me. It's what you said you was going to do to me. These are the things you said you was going to physically harm me. I'm far from a gangster. I'm far from a tough guy, but I'm far from a chump either. Far from a punk. Far from anything that's even related to being scary. Okay, this is what you say you're going to do. So I'm going to go on and get you first. See, you going to talk about it, but I'm going to be about it. You might be about it, though. You might be about it. I don't know you. You done told me like 3 times on the phone and sent word back through Twine. Say no more. Say less. This entire scenario is going down. I talk to her every once in a while. Y'all need to quit that. Hold on. What do you mean, y'all? There is no y'all. He needs to quit that. He's still coming over to the house. Now, she's telling me that she's not even dealing with the dude. I don't know. He's still coming over to the house. Threatening her. One night, he kicks the door in. Well, she opens the door. She gonna give him something to eat. She's not gonna just allow him to be out on the street. He kicks the door in or whatever. Once the door's already open. Slaps her around, beats up a little bit. He don't just dog her out, but still, just hitting a woman, period, is a form of dogging her out. So I just was saying that in a form of like he didn't just beat her and beat her and beat her. But still, he shouldn't have put his hands on her whatsoever. I don't respect that. I don't respect no man that puts his hands on a woman at all, period. She's one of those type of females women rather, she's not really trying to get the police involved. She just wants him to leave. Kids is there. Please, just leave. Just leave. Please, just leave. Well, the neighbors hear the whole event. They call the police. The police come. As he's leaving, the police is pulling up because where she lived at, it wasn't a bad neighborhood, but it's kind of like downtown. So the police is kind of in the area. They get him. They take him to jail. Domestic violence. She gets an emergency protective order on him. At that point, she goes ahead and gets her a form of protection. She can't have this. You can't be doing this, coming up in my home. My kids are here, and I have to protect my family. I am the protector, the sole provider here. And all you're doing is taking as you've always done. You done got back out and started getting high again. You told me that you was a changed man. I knew that, I tried to believe in you. I tried to believe the best in you. But yet, you went right back to doing what you do. So he's in jail. Dude's in jail. So I don't really have to worry about him at this point, but still, jail ain't never stopped nothing. I'm knowing that he's going to get out. Domestic violence only carries up to 12 months in the county jail. Unless you've had like multiple domestic violence and they stack them all on top of each other, which is called aggregating them and make it a felony. But I don't think he's really had that many. 12 months is the most that he can get. That's if you go to trial and lose. So he's probably going to end up doing about 90 days, 120 days. He does his little months in jail. I think he ended up doing like 3 months. He comes back home. Same situation. Same song. I changed my life. I'm a changed man. You're not even supposed to be contacting her. She has an emergency protective order. You can't even contact her. Period. I want to see my kids. I want to see my kids. What Jody say on that Bad Boy? I want to see my son. He's going through that whole thing. He wants to see his kids or whatever. She's not hearing it. The kids don't even want to see you. Based upon how you act and they see you put your hands on their mother, the kids don't want to have anything to do with you at this point. And she still never spoke badly about you. Rock with me. He gets out. Like I said, even though he's not supposed to be contacting her, he's still contacting her. Just not as much. He sees her out one night. She's out and about, just having drinks with an individual, with a dude, her male friend. He knows the male friend. I cannot believe this dude is with my woman, my wife. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. See, some dudes have a tendency to not, they won't let it go. They can't let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. You know, that dudes can't let it burn. See, a woman can just, it may hurt her. She may not want to let it go, but a woman is stronger. She can up and go. She can move on. She'll give you many, many chances and opportunities. But at a certain point when she's done, as I mentioned, she's done. She can go. Some dudes, not all, some dudes, they have that mentality. If I can't have her, nobody else is going to have her. And that's a sad, sad scenario and situation. Scary situation, one would assume, for the woman. Now, she got that heat over her now. She don't want to use it. She don't want that. So she's just not going to open the door. If he does come over, she's going to call the police. She's going to let them handle it. She's at the house one night. Now, this is, I know because she's told me. Now, come on, kids, you tell stories, but how do you know you weren't at every, spot, every situation? It's called narrating a story, you weirdos. You think when you watch shows on TV, First 48 and the crime shows and America's Most Wanted, you think that they were there? No, they get information that's true information and they tell a story to everybody else to visualize. I'm narrating. Her and I, we were still cool. We just didn't mess around sexually. She's at the house one night. About 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, her phone rings. She starts to not even answer the phone because she pretty much knows that it's him. As a matter of fact, she doesn't answer the phone the first couple times. Eventually, she rolls over, looks at the phone. It's not him. It's not his number. Hello? They need her to come to the hospital or what have you. The husband's no longer with us. No, it wasn't me. No, I didn't find him. The husband went to the dude's house that he knew, that he seen out with his wife. And they were literally just friends. She said they'd never even done anything. They were legitimately like male, woman friends. Approached him in a manner, they got to fighting. He was trying to tell him, hey, bro, it ain't even like that, man. The dude was drunk and high, whatever. So the friend did what he had to do. Fire off him. One time is all it took. Didn't make it. He's no longer with us. Fire your babysitters. He's gone. She don't know really what to think. She's hurt because this is my husband. One of my best friends offed my husband. But this is the husband that I've been trying to get away from for so long. And when the friend, he's apologetic, and I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean for it to go this way. He was just, and that's just what it was. He wasn't charged with anything. The dude came to his house. Cameras, you got witnesses, he was never charged. And that's just how that situation kind of just took care of itself. There's many, many messages in this story that I've told. Going all the way back from laying down with an individual that you don't truly know, all the way up to domestic violence, dealing with somebody that you see that has violent tendencies, and knowing to get away from that person and to stay away from that person, to a dude putting himself in a situation, and it's vice versa too, because women get a little crazy just as well. But in this particular situation, dudes being caught up in a situation all over the common denominator, which is the woman, but it wasn't the woman's fault. Now, sometimes it is. Some women is trifling, as I mentioned. But in this particular situation, it wasn't my fault. Dude had a problem with me. He wanted to see me. Dude had a problem. When I say dude, her husband had a problem with one of her best friends. She already told him it ain't nothing like it. We just cool. We just hang out, have drinks from time to time. He wasn't going to let her go. It wasn't going to end good. It wasn't going to be a great ending. So if the best friend didn't get him, I believe that ultimately she would have got him. She would have had to protect herself. Dude was relentless. He was not going to stop coming for her. I feel as though the best thing to do is when you meet someone, you know, because oftentimes they say, oh, well, when a man gets out of prison, see, there's this myth in the air that dudes be in prison messing with other dudes, and it's just not like that. Does it happen? Yes, it happens. Well, come on, Kenz, you just saying that because you said you did over 11 years. Yes, I did. But I never had the issue. I never, either you know, Fleece Johnson talks about when you in prison for so long and you 15, 20 years, and then you start to see dudes and now you attracted to them, and all men around each other, and every man gets hard, and I don't know what Fleece is on. But that's not a typical occurrence from what I've seen in the time that I did. If you like women, you just like women. If you like dudes, you just like dudes. And that's perfectly fine if that's what you choose to do. I'm not on here to knock anybody or to judge anybody. But it's just not one of those things to where, oh man, if you go to prison, you automatically lay down with a dude. That's so false. So false. Well, girl, you need to make him have a test when he comes home just to make sure. I'm with that. But guess what? Let's go together. Because I don't know what you've been doing either. So we both going to go and get it tested. Yeah. Because I done been jolted many a night sitting on the couch. And baby, how you doing? I miss you. I'm going to be there to see you this weekend. And I love you. And I sent the money order in the commissary. The kids is doing fine. I sent you a card off. I love you. I can't wait to feel you and hold you and squeeze you. And the whole time I'm laying right beside her. Or sitting right beside her. Rubbing on her back. Giving her a little massage on the shoulder. I don't bother her too much while she's on the phone. I've been jolted many a night. I'm no longer jolty, but back in my younger day when I, you know, was a little bit more wild, if you will. Dude never even knew that I existed. Dude never even knew that I was even right there. I don't kiss and tell. I wasn't telling nobody. So how would he ever find out? I guess it's as dangerous than going to prison, because you never know when you call home if Jody is truly in the building. And I was in the building several times, respectfully. I hate that it had to happen like that. I hate that violence had to be inflicted. But that gentleman brought that all on himself. Because I wasn't going to play with him. Her friend obviously didn't play with him. She wasn't going to play with him. So getting back to what I was saying, because I kind of lost track for a second. You want the man to get tested, but you need to get tested as well. That way, both of you all's well-being can be okay. Okay, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with this. I know that you don't have anything. You know that I don't have anything. So now we can move forward. Don't just put it off on the man. We don't know what you out here doing, ladies. Y'all get lonely too. You get lonely. Oh, 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 oh. And sometimes... Now, I can't hit the high note like I used to. But you get what I'm saying. You get lonely. Call a spade a spade. Let's call it what it is, man. Dude done 3-4 years. We ain't talking about 3 or 4 months. It's hard to go 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 years. Shit. Now, this is not all women. Please, this is not all women. But it's a lot. Share this video. Please, I'm asking. I'm not demanding. I'm not going to push that blade like Dante from the Dante Show Network. But I'm just humbly asking you all to share this video, because more people, on a serious note, they need to see this, man. They need to see this. Going all the way back to the very beginning of the video, you have young ladies, several young ladies that caught HIV from an individual that they looked at. In their eyes, he was a nice looking young man, and didn't see beyond that. Now they're living their lives with HIV. And we don't know who they pass it along to. And then those individuals pass it along to. And then who they pass it along to. When you meet somebody, as I was saying, and y'all get to that point and you want to be intimate, you want to be, man, do yourselves a huge favor. Both of you all go and get tested together. And even after that, you still want to use precaution, because just because a person gets tested today doesn't mean that he or she doesn't get mad and spiteful and vindictive in 2 or 3 months when y'all get into it or what have you and go lay down with somebody. You still want to use protection and use precaution. REALKENZ TV, man. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely, please share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. REALKENZ TV. You get lonely. Y'all sing it with me. Oh, 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 oh.